Hey everyone, welcoming you back again. So today we are going to understand the doctrine of eclipse in a simple manner possible. So let us know about the meaning first, then we will get to what are the points that we should remember in order to understand the doctrine in an effective manner. So the doctrine is doctrine of eclipse. So in order to understand the thing, what's there in the doctrine, it is very much important for us to know the basic thing relating to the doctrine. So the doctrine of eclipse or the eclipse, the meaning in literal form is to hide or to conceal. And if we see in the context of law, it says that the doctrine is based on the principle that a law which violates fundamental rights is not nullity or void ab initio but becomes only unenforceable, for example, remains in a moribund condition. So here that a word that has been used, that is which violates fundamental right, is not nullity or void of any issue. That means it is not void from the beginning of the law itself. Now let us know about the applicability. So the doctrine is only applicable to Article 13 Clause 1. So let us have a quick recap of what Article Clause 1 is, which I have already explained in my other video. So Article 1 says, and it deals with the pre-constitutional law. So the laws which were there before the commencement of the Constitution, this doctrine is specifically applicable to that part only. Other than that, with the other article, it won't be applicable. So let us know when the doctrine was for the first time used. So this is a very important case which may come in many questions, many exam. That is, when was for the first time the doctrine was introduced or elaborately discussed? That was in the Bikaji versus State of Madhya Pradesh. So now I have written an example, and with that example, I will try to decode the doctrine of eclipse in an easiest format. So the doctrine of eclipse example that I have given here, right to property is not a fundamental right in India, which was earlier it was under the fundamental rights of India. Later it has been removed and put it in the list of constitutional rights, but constitutional rights. So now it is the constitutional right. The 44th Amendment Act of 1978 removes right to property from list of fundamental rights. So it is the important example that you need to remember, because with the help of this only I will going to explain what the doctrine of eclipse is. So now listen to me very carefully what the doctrine of eclipse is. So for example, there is a law which is made before the commencement of the constitution, that is 26 January 1950. And there is a provision which is, in contrast with the fundamental right, that is right to property, which is a fundamental right. So what happened in that case, we will not remove the provision which is in contrast to fundamental right. Rather, we will keep it hidden. We will keep it hidden behind the fundamental right. So fundamental right will eventually hide it rather than eliminating it from the statute itself. So fundamental right will hide it under it. But it can be, this provision have the capacity to become active again if the very fundamental right which is hiding the provision is not itself there. For example, as you can see, after the 44th Amendment, this has been removed from the fundamental rights case and has put it into some other list, that is under constitutional rights. So now that the fundamental right is itself not there, so the provision which was hiding now is in active and now is enforceable. So that's how we will understand doctrine of eclipse is. It will not get deleted directly, rather it would be kept as hidden, and whenever it is necessary, and whenever through an amendment act, this become can enforceable again. So this way we can understand doctrine of eclipse in a simple manner. So now we will understand it more simple way. As you can see, there are two pictures. One person is wearing sweater, other is not in wearing sweater. So in the context of doctrine of eclipse, what we are seeing here, person wearing a sweater hiding his body. Does that mean that the body doesn't exist there? No, it's just the sweater that is hiding the body. So here the sweater we can refer to as fundamental rights, and the body is, the doctrine of eclipse. So what happened when it is contrasting with the fundamental right? The fundamental right comes and kept it hidden behind it. So that is the fundamental right and the doctrine of eclipse. But through an amendment act, if we remove that fundamental rights and keep it anywhere else, then there is no need for us to wear a sweater because it got removed. So what's under it? The t-shirt. So now it gets removed, so it would be operative again and it would be visible to all of us. So this way we can understand doctrine of eclipse in a simple manner possible. So here I have just tried to explain it in a simple manner possible. So that's all for today. We'll be covering the other important stuff in our other video as well. So till then, stay watching my video and thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned.